Welcome to my channel. We want to talk to you today about some changes that have been going on in the United States of America in regards to immigration. Now, there's a whole lot of people that didn't vote this year that wish they had voted. They regret for voting for the wrong candidate. But they got some new laws that's out as far as stopping people thinking that they are illegal aliens. They have this law in the state of Florida. They have this law in Georgia. And they also have this law in Texas. The law, if you are, law states that if they think that you are suspicious of being a migrant, they could stop you and ask you for identification. And you have to have official ID. What I mean by official ID, like in the state of Georgia, when they issue you a driver license, on the corner of the driver license, they have a gold star or a black star.
On the right-hand side.
On the right-hand side, yeah. And that indicates that the driver license is official. If it's not official, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. You know, it's weird, and I don't know if we should bring it up, but we were at FedEx.
Yeah, you must be read my mind, because I want to talk about that.
I would be real, because I don't want to snitch on anybody, but we were in FedEx yesterday handling some scans in order to send for like business reasons, and the volume that we were doing, we needed to do it at a good location, so we went to FedEx. But there was a laminate machine, and there was a guy that was at the laminate machine. You know that he was making a lot of fake IDs. And I'm nosy, so I'm looking, and I was like, wow, that's real bold to be at the FedEx making IDs. And he was it was multiple IDs that he was laminating. And, you know, some of them, you know, look questionable, but some of them look legit. And I guess he's trying to help people stay in the country. I don't know. But it was a lot of fake IDs that he was laminating at the FedEx. But we're in some strange times right now. And you don't want to get caught out there. So make sure that you have all of your affairs in order, all of your paperwork in order, everything that says that you are supposed to be here in the United States, especially if you're a citizen, because they're snatching people up. I'm looking on the news, and they're snatching up veterans that just because they look foreign, they're trying to say that they are not supposed to be here in the United States. So, you know, even snatching up Haitians, you know, people can mistake me and dad for being that, you know, that's right. And that's a concern. So make sure that you have not just your driver's license. A lot of us also need to be getting our passports. So you need to check on your relatives, especially if you have older relatives, to make sure that their papers are in order. Because, I mean, we're in the times where they could just like, they used to do stop and frisk, but now they're doing stopping and identification and search. Or if you don't have the right thing, you getting locked up. Like you're getting put in the back of vans, and they're coming into houses, they're coming into churches, and they're coming into the schools taking people. So you need to make sure that you have your identification. I would say 4 things, right? Mm-hmm. Your social security card, mm-hmm. your birth certificate, your driver's license, and your U.S. passport. And I say U.S. passport because if things get a little bit shaky and get a little bit too chaotic, you need a means to be able to leave this country. You need to be able to exit stage left, because it's getting really, really crazy. And I'm not trying to put fear in anybody. Dad and I are not trying to put fear in anyone. We just want to make sure that people are safe. We just want to make sure people are aware of the current climate and use this information that we're providing to you to help yourself and your loved ones.
You notice this when Elon Musk did one of them. You know what I'm saying? One of them
He was signaling.
Yeah.
He was signaling
The richest
people.
man on the planet.
He was signaling.
They one of these, I put a little style in, you know what I'm saying? And if you say, well, he didn't mean this, he didn't mean that,
They were trying to say our eyes were lying to us.
Yeah. But what my daughter was saying also, I know you don't like to carry your birth certificate around with you, or your social security card around with you, But what you could do, you go to a notary and have both documents notarized, and have the notary to put these words on it. This is a certified duplicate of the original document.
The original birth certificate or social security card.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't have to worry about a passport, because in order to have a passport, you have to have your birth certificate in order to get a passport.
Yes.
So please be aware of this. This is.
I think everybody, all the children, everybody should be having their U.S. passports. Get it now before things get too chaotic.
Especially for people of color.
Yeah.
Especially for people of color.
I don't think they're going to be honest with you, searching anybody that is of a light complexion that look American, but they're from, Europe or somewhere else. I don't think they're going to be checking for them like that. But they're definitely like taking a lot of other people that are of a brown to darker skin complexion. So, I just want everybody to be safe and secure, and to not end up in a situation, because they're not, from my understanding, they're not even really following any guidelines. There's no warrants. They're just coming up in buildings like a SWAT team of people, just coming up in buildings snatching folks.
Yep.
So you don't want to be in that situation. So please have your paperwork in order. And I even go so far as to have a safe deposit box at the bank that has all of my information. Some people have safes at home that are fireproof to have their documents stored in there. Some people use file cabinets, but I have my stuff stored at a safe deposit box at the bank. So wherever you can just make sure your papers are safe, and then do copies so that you have them on you, please do so, because you do not want to end up in a situation where you can't identify who you are. Because like I said, it's getting rough out here. Everything
that this president said he was going to do, he done did it.
A lot of people thought he was playing.
Yeah, and he
joking. He was like, he's just playing.
He headed towards the 14th Amendment also. Yeah. And he also headed towards individuals that are in jail that have a bad criminal record. They want to ship them to a third world country and
clean out the prisons like how other countries have been cleaning out their prisons.
They'll be in South America,
work camps.
Work camps and all that, And he said he's gonna do it. If he said he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, And I had told people this back in the 70s, and they thought it was a joke, But now everything I told them, came to reality, So we're not telling you this to put fear in your heart. What we are telling you, just get prepared, and when the police or ICE agents stop you, you have your documents on you. This kind of reminds me of Germany,
Yeah. You have to have that star on that driver's license here in Georgia now. Are you in trouble?
Oh, boy, let me tell you something. How time, it was 360 degrees, how things came back, But we have to.
Well, listen, we have a president that's of German descent. So,
he is.
He's, through his mom, he's first generation.
Yeah.
So you have somebody that has very close ties to Germany. So sometimes what ends up happening, people bring their culture with them, bring their belief systems with them when they come over to the United States. They like the idea of, land of the free, but when they get over here, they immediately want to incorporate dictatorship type stuff.
Yeah.
So, America has a lot of first generation Americans, and Trump is a first generation American through his mom. So, that's what it is. That's the truth.
If you got members of your family that is homeless, You know somebody out there sleeping out there in the streets. Take the time and stop by and help them get their paperwork together.
That's another thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And your teenage
Yeah.
children, especially your teenage boys,
Yeah.
make sure they have some form of identification. There's a lot of these youngsters that don't want to go get their permit or their driver's license, but at least make sure that they have state issued ID.
Yeah. Especially if they be walking home from school, you know.
Walking
You wonder, hey,
everywhere.
where my son
Yeah.
at? Where my daughter at? You know. Couldn't find ID in Mexico or South America. You might don't see them no more. Make sure that your family have their ID on them at all times. So this is a serious, serious matter, you know. And we thought about this, sharing this information. I hope it helps our community and our family. Anything else you want to say?
That's really it, because
Yeah.
we love you guys. You support us and we're supporting you, and we just want to make sure that everybody stays safe.
And keep your prayers up, because we're gonna survive this journey, you know.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to turn out better for it,
Yeah.
to be honest with you,
Okay.
in my opinion.
And one thing, they could talk bad about Trump, you know what I'm saying? They could talk about Trump. We know he's the president of the United States, but they could talk bad about. But one thing I like about Trump, Trump got every middle-aged people into politics. Boy, they can talk about politics now like they pros or professionals, you know?
That's true.
You know, that's a wake-up call. So thank you for listening. Take the time to listen to us, and thank you for enjoying our channel. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.